Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Line gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it, but get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Get set.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Shapen. Floats it out in space. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
He'll just keep slinging it. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Wow, that's a really nice catch, especially considering it comes from a running back. Quarterback's got to do a better job being more accurate with that. You got to know he's not a receiver, right? It's not his natural form. They don't make awkward body catches as gracefully as some of these other guys, and it's sometimes harder for them to stay on his feet. Let him work. Get him the ball in the chest. Nice job bailing out his QB, but the QB's got to return the favor.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute and do it.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Looking to pass. It's Chapin. A shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this scrub.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He lost one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Shapen. Fires to the big fella. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll ride his man on the option. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Powers through the defender. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wyoming needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Laramie behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wake Forest. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wide out in motion. Dropping back, it's McCall. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking for space, it's Waters. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come...
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Running to the left. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Mississippi State right back to the line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through the tackle. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up fourth down.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
From the 25-yard line, it's first and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Rogers. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
Touchdown, NC State! He shed tackles like a snake, getting rid of his skin. On to attempt to try. Bangs it through for an extra point. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it,
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the fumble will go out of bounds. They'll lose a few on that one.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Chapin. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll pull it down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I know he didn't pick up the 1st down, but, man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. The Bulldogs pick up the 1st down.
Well, that's about as risky as it can get as a head coach. Early in the game, 4th down, deep in your own end, and you go for it. Nice job, offense.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so...
And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's McCall. And that pass intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off play action on 1st down. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Unleashes one deep. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
Number 8 on the field goal.
Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. You got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game started.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Looking downfield, it's McCall. He's right on target. NC State will pick up the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Going up top on first down. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
They'll ride Davis here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
42, Spider. Fourth ball.
With jet sweep pass. Keeps the legs moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Mississippi State going up tempo.
First down, Bulldogs.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Just steamrolling the defense. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
First and goal, Bulldogs.
The give. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Quarterback checking the play. To the air, it's Shapen. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Waters. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Wants to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's McCall. Using the quick game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
And the quick shuffle pass. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise. Good lead.